Welcome back to the channel, guys, with episode 3 of Euphoria. Last time we found out that Jules, the person she's texting with, is actually Nate. He's lying about everything about his identity. He doesn't want to be found out. Said he's looking for something real, but that's obviously not the case, given how many lies he's told. But yeah, Rue almost overdosed on fentanyl, which, yikes. A lot of storylines going on. We've got McKay and Cassie in the background. Nate beat up Tyler. His relationship with Maddie is really interesting, I'd like to say. And then his father is in on this whole situation too. He had sex with Jules the night of the party. So yeah, a lot of different storylines going at once, and I'm very curious to see how it'll all continue. But yeah, if you want to watch the full reaction, you can check out Patreon in the link in the description below. Otherwise, we're gonna get started. Dun, 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 dun. Aww, they're so cute together.
During her 8-day stay on that stupid island, Kat drank 72 virgin pina coladas.
72?
Her body was not prepared to house the extra 20 pounds. It was noticeable. At least Daniel didn't make a big deal out of it. That's why she liked him. Until fourth period.
Oh crap. Oh crap.
Fuck him. She didn't actually love Daniel. She was 11. And when you're 11, you fall in love with, like, everyone and everything. It's not real love. Real love is when you can't exist without someone, when you'd rather die than be apart. When the whole world goes dark and nothing else matters but the person standing in front of you.
No.
The summer before high school, she started writing fan fiction. By the year's end, she had become one of the most prolific smut writers on Tumblr. What made her famous was her story, The First Night. A 7,000-word fic that was largely credited with starting the Larry Stylinson conspiracy theory.
Larry Style. Oh my god, it's animated.
What are you doing? To calm your nerves. You're my best mate, and this is what mates do.
You're my best mate. This is quality
Harry,
writing.
what if someone sees? Let them.
Ooh.
To suck his cock with torturous finesse.
Torturous finesse. Wow. Oh, 69ing. Oh.
They'd do anything she asked. That's how much they loved her.
This Game of Thrones thing.
Granted, they
It's me, Thunder Kit Kat.
Even in her own fantasy, she's an imposter. Oh no.
I'm not trying to become best friends with someone who's gonna fucking kill themselves.
I know.
I don't want to be around you if you don't stop using drugs.
Wow.
Okay. So, I decided to stay clean. And I have been.
Oh no. Ew. Oh. Jeez.
You want to see his dick?
Wow, Jules. Was that the guy who wanted to see her feet before? Pay me. CFNM? I don't know what this stands for. Oh my god.
What the fuck?
They're into being humiliated.
I mean, it's huge, right? Don't front, it's a big dick. This is an objectively big dick.
Terrifying and horrifying sound like the same thing. Well, To a trained eye, it could be
Oh,
the difference
God.
between a basic hygiene issue or
That's
That's a swastika on his.
a life or death situation.
I want like good professional partial nudes.
Be cool, Rue. Yeah. It's like easy, whatever.
Be cool. Oh, look at that.
It's a worldwide cryptocurrency.
Oh my God.
and digital payments.
I literally have no clue what you're talking about.
Well, there's no easier way to explain it.
Why don't you just tell us what you're trying to do, and we can tell you how we can help.
Oh.
Unless it's human trafficking. I don't fuck with human trafficking.
I'm not human trafficking.
This little
Yeah,
kid.
us neither.
Do I look hot? Yeah. Like hot enough that you'd want to fuck me, or like cute?
Like me? Or like him? Me.
Either. You've been clean for like 2 weeks, right?
Yes.
Bro,
What?
fuck you. Come here.
What?
You've been. Come here. Oh my god.
That sigh.
Fuck me.
Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it.
I owe it to
She was high when she gave the speech.
and
There are probably drug dealers who go to NA meetings to get clients, right? I just thought of that, and that thought depresses me.
You're gonna have to make peace with the fact that you could be responsible for some shit like that and then get up in front of a whole group of people who are struggling with the same issues and lie about being clean. You know what I'm saying? Let me know when you want to stop trying to kill yourself. You need some pancakes.
Kind of an odd duck.
You kind of tell.
I mean, I'm serious. I got some extreme kinks. Well, what are you laughing at? Have you ever seen a penis this small before?
Oh my god, no. It's not small. It's not small.
Don't lie to me. Tell me that you'd never fuck me. That I'm a pathetic loser. And I could never satisfy some beautiful princess like you.
That's what you want to hear?
Oh.
Come on, tell me you never fuck me.
I wouldn't. I really wouldn't.
Oh my
I'm a
God.
loser.
Are you crying?
Tell me I'm a pathetic loser with a baby dick. Yeah, keep making fun of me.
Wait, you want me to make fun of you?
Oh yes, kid queen. Come on, it turns me on.
I mean, your dick is like really, really small.
How small is it?
Like medically small, like really
Medically small.
You send me a photo when you get back to the dorm with a clock in it.
Like a ransom photo?
Oh, I love you.
You gotta drink this? Oh my God. Aww. They did it together. She got his back. That's sweet.
There's like bi people, asexual, pan. Sexuality is like a spectrum, you know?
Dropping some knowledge.
Can I ask your opinion on something? How does this look?
Yo,
Oh.
hear me? I said we're about to close.
Oh. Oh.
Oh, yes, I am.
Yeah. It's what you hearing, listen. It's what you hearing, listen. It's what you hearing,
Joker.
listen. What your life saved, bitch, and that's on a life day. I'm getting down, like a nigga said freeze. But won't be the one ending up on his
Tyler wants to meet.
Wait, for real?
Oh God.
In like person?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Relax. Like, he's our age. It's fine. It's like a tough situation. It doesn't work.
Honestly, Jules, I don't really care about the situation because it just doesn't seem safe.
I've been in situations that are way less safe. Like,
Okay, but that's not really the point,
Easy.
right? The point is it's dangerous.
Oh man, Jules.
We have to meet this dude in like a fucking deserted lake in the middle of nowhere. Okay? It seems insane.
Out of everyone in the world, I wanted to tell you. So I thought you'd be happy. Fuck it.
And she's gonna go and make sure she's safe.
You have to understand that I just want you to be safe, okay? I don't want anything bad to happen to you.
She says as she's on drugs. There's so many layers to this.
You just can't be mad at me for wanting you to be okay. It hurts my heart too much. And
I'm not mad at you.
Just the best thing that's happened to me in a really long time, and I just don't want anything bad to happen. So just please don't be mad at me.
Oh my god. Holy crap, that's...
I get it. I love you. You're a mess, you know that? So are you. I hate everyone else in the world but you.
Wow. Oh.
I'm sorry. I should go.
Oh boy.
It's been a really, really fucked up day, okay? So I need you to open the door for me, okay? Can you open the door, please?
I'm not gonna help you kill yourself, Rue.
I'm begging you just to open the door.
Fizz! You're full of shit, man. You know you make your living off of selling drugs to teenagers? And now all of a sudden you want to have a fucking moral high ground? Open the door! Fuck you. Fuck you, Fez. Okay? Are you doing this because you care about me? If you gave a shit about me, you wouldn't have sold me the fucking drugs in the first place! But you did! You fucking did! So open the goddamn door! You did this to me! You did this to me, Fez. You fucking ruined my life! The least you could do is open the goddamn door and fix it! I will hate you till the day I fucking die!
I'm sorry.
Ah! You fucking did this to me!
Hey, is this Ali? This is Rue.
Oh.
I was just calling to see if maybe you still wanted to get pancakes or something.
Wow. Holy crap. That was so difficult to watch, honestly. Just, wow. Alright, so a lot of developments in this episode. I feel like every episode is just so many things happening, and it's really fun to watch. But yeah, looking back to last episode, after knowing that Rue is definitely attracted to Jules, that scene with them on the bikes plays out very differently. Like, I see it very differently. You talk with your mama about me? And Rue's just like, shut up. And then Rue's like, bye is like so sheepish and cute, and she's embarrassed. I feel like that might have been a clue, but there wasn't anything that confirmed Rue's attraction to Jules until this episode, at least that's the way I feel. I could be wrong. If you guys picked up on other stuff before, that was definite confirmation. There are definitely hints throughout the first two episodes, but I feel like we knew this episode early in this episode. But yeah, after the first episode, each episode is kind of highlighting a character while also following along with the rest of the story. And last time was Nate, and this time was Kat, and it's a very interesting story. First, it starts with her, like a flashback to her when she was 11, and how she had her heart broken when she was 11 because she gained 20 pounds from drinking, I think it was 72 virgin, is it pina coladas? Or, I don't know. Are pina coladas are not alcoholic in the first place? I don't know. I don't drink too much. I drink when it's free, essentially. But yeah, I love that the show really got into this. Like, we saw a little bit about women and their body image in previous episodes, but this episode really delved into that. We saw this little girl so frustrated because she couldn't fit into her clothes, and we saw her panic and have anxiety, and Then we saw Daniel break up with her and with a note written by somebody else. Like, what? And I'm very curious. Like, I wonder what it was like for the actress who played 11-year-old Kat. Like, to play somebody who is so insecure in their body at such a young age. Does that affect their perception of themselves? I'm a little uncomfortable just thinking about that. Just, I feel bad for her if she takes this in any way, and I don't know. But the breakup with Daniel sent Kat into this place where she gets these ideas of love that are based on TV shows, fiction. Rue's narration says that Kat's inner monologue is like, real love is when you can't exist without someone, when you'd rather die than be apart. And that's sometimes the beginning of relationships, when you're just completely infatuated, but it feels more like infatuation than what love should be. Like that, her perception of love feels very dangerous. Like I feel if your partner becomes like everything, it'll lead to you to become so invested in a loving relationship that a romantic relationship that you kind of lose yourself. And her idea that only real men would never leave and break her heart. Now I've met like very few men who are even halfway decent, but not breaking someone's heart or not leaving someone isn't what makes a real man, nor does it make that person a good person. Sometimes the good thing to do for both parties is to have to break someone's heart. I mean, not maliciously, but like sometimes you have to do it. Sometimes you have to leave for the better of both parties. And yeah, I just feel like her view on love is a little warped. And now, yeah, I don't know if we'll come back to this theme and see how her view of love like progresses. It's very interesting though. But yeah, I mean, she's like 17 right now, so the fact that my opinion that her idea of love is warped right now, I feel like that was the case for many of us, or the vast majority of people at that age, and honestly for a lot of people all their lives. Anyway, interesting that she became a famous fan fiction writer and got this rabid following with the Larry Stylinson thing. I've heard of Larry Styles, but I didn't know Louis Tomlinson. Like I knew about One Direction in general. I only knew the one of the members, and I didn't know there was a shipper thing going on there. And that animation was just wow. And Kat's writing, it's fun. You could tell it's fan fiction writing, like the cadence, the word choice. It was really interesting. But then Rue's reading of the writing is just all the more funny. Her doing an accent to imitate Harry and Lewis is pure gold. You're my best mate. This is what mates do for each other. I can't do an accent at all. Even though I feel like it would be fun to learn how to do accents, but I'm just like, haven't actually gotten to learn it yet. But yeah, Kat had people who would be willing to do whatever she told them to, like completely obsessive people. And then years later, she also 4 years later, she also wound up stumbling upon camgirling, which is something else that garners a lot of obsessive people. Though, like the whole situation with the Pornhub account and video making is just screwy. I mean, like first she gets into it because first she gets uploaded onto the internet because she's manipulated into proving she's not a prude at the party, and then has sex with the guy who then uploads the video. So this might be a way for her to like control her own sexual image. But like she's underage. That's eek. I don't know. It does build her confidence though, like especially dealing with that guy who wants her to humiliate him and his tiny penis. Also, God, like I was saying earlier, how I don't know how that young actress who played Kat as an 11-year-old handled her role. But what about that guy who played like that creep? United, like I forgot his name already, but who wants a role like that on a TV show where someone makes fun of how tiny their penis is and asks to be humiliated like that? I mean, I guess I assume it's a prosthetic, and maybe he was paid well, maybe, but geez. And I'm curious as to what CFNM is. That how I think those were that was the acronym. I think I'm curious as to what that stands for, but I don't want to look it up. Maybe I'll do that with incognito. Let's do that right now. Incognito. CFNM. Is that the right one, or just CFNM? Clothed female, naked male. Oh, I thought it was like because we saw him being interested in humiliation, and then okay, that's interesting. I thought it was more focused on humiliation than just clothed female, nude male. That's interesting. Anyway, yeah, and I'm very curious if we'll see Kat's ex-boyfriend Daniel at some point, all grown up. I mean, I sort of want to see what he's like, but at the same time, I know that if we do, he's going to be an asshole to whatever women or men, honestly, he interacts with, and I don't want to see that. But yeah, Kat goes to Fez and Ashtray for help with Bitcoin, and what a funny interaction. Like, tell us what you're trying to do, and we'll see if we can help. Unless it's human trafficking. We don't get into human trafficking. Oh god. And like Ashtray trying to dumb down what Bitcoin is exactly as much as possible so Kat understands. That was great. And then we had that split screen where we saw Nate and Jules texting each other or messaging each other on Grindr, I'm guessing, and that whole thing was just masterful where you see both of them. It was like perfectly synced up. And of course at the end it came together with both of them sitting in the same class and then shooting each other dirty looks because of what happened over the summer at McKay's. Speaking of Nate, though, of course, Maddie finds out about Nate after a while, and she asks Kat about whether someone is 100% straight, and Kat takes her to school a little bit. I think I remember her like talking about some feminist issues before, so she's probably pretty knowledgeable, though maybe I don't know what her knowledge is on sex work, and I'm curious as to whether she knows how to completely keep herself insulated and safe. Hopefully she does. She's able to. One like breakout character in this episode who honestly was just in like a tiny scene was Cassie. Like I didn't really get a good sense of her before this episode. She was just like the girl McKay was into, but and I mean we didn't get a good sense of McKay either, but like either of them. So, but yeah, Cassie just breakout character from that one moment when she had McKay's back and downed that fish with him. Wow. Like I don't know if my opinion of a character has changed so quickly before in fiction, other than like spy shows where someone turns out to be like the bad guy all along, like a double agent. Like that was just such a powerful moment. I don't like, do you guys have somebody who would be willing to do that for you? To have your back in that way? I know I definitely don't. Maybe. I don't know. I feel like people would have my back in other ways, but the people who have my back the most would be so disgusted that they wouldn't have my back in that way. I'll put it that way. But yeah, there was a lot of emphasis on this in this episode on her not getting pregnant though, and I don't know what their state, what state they're in, like in the United States, and I don't know what kind of sex ed they've had, but hopefully she's on the pill and McKay learned to use a condom. Hopefully both of them learned like contraception. But yeah, no, they're setting up her getting pregnant, and it looks like they might have had unprotected sex in the bathroom after she downed the fish. But yeah. Oh yeah, so let's move on to Rue and Jules. I thought that there was a possibility that they might be into each other, but I didn't feel like we started getting any confirmation of that until some early hints in this episode. Again, let me know if you guys think there were hints in the first two episodes other than what I mentioned before about that scene at the bike. Yeah, earlier than Rue thinking to herself, like, be cool, Rue. That was really cute. And I only noticed this in editing, but when Jules celebrates Rue's being clean for 2 weeks and like kisses her on the forehead and her cheeks, she does so like very symmetrically. She like kisses right here, 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 here. And that has to be because of her OCD. Like, wow, that is just my heart. Like that was such a great moment. Great little detail. But yeah, she also wants to show Rue the dick pic of Tyler, or Shy Guy 118, who is really Nate. And Rue teaching us what kind of dick pics there are just kind of hilarious. There are terrifying ones and then horrifying ones. Terrifying ones being the ones that can lead to death for people who hook up with those people or meet up with those people. But yeah, I feel like the last two scenes were definitely the strongest moments of this series so far. Even though I'm like 3 episodes in, I'm invested like hell. Like Zendaya, Hunter Schafer, who plays Jules, and then Angus Cloud, who plays Fez. What incredible acting from all of them in those last few scenes. Fez, freaking drug dealer with a heart, God. And he had to have to face what he does and who it has hurt. And then, yeah, Rue, just so desperate that she'll say anything to get him to open the door, like pushing all the buttons she can just to get him, like to guilt trip him into helping her, or not helping her, just guilt trip him into giving her some drugs. If you cared about me, you wouldn't have sold me the drugs in the first place, but you did. And you did this to me, Fez. You fucking ruined my life. The least you could do is open the goddamn door and fix it. That was so powerful. And yeah, she winds up calling Ali though, which good for her. Is this a story of how she gets off drugs? Is the title of the show about different ways of getting to Euphoria? Like, her friendship with Jules was enough to want her to get off drugs. It obviously offers her a sense of something that, I guess, she wanted to replace drugs with Jules somehow. I don't know. But yeah, the thought of losing her just drove her to want to let all those feelings sink away. That's why she went to Fez. And I still want this to be a story about her finding happiness another way other than drugs. And it doesn't feel like that type of story, but I'm still hoping. I'm curious about what Rue's reason for wanting to get clean is at the end of this episode. Like, at first, early in the episode, it was wanting to stay friends with Rue, but then that wasn't enough. Later on, yeah, at the end, I'm like, when she went to apologize to Jules, she was saying that she was so afraid of losing Jules, she can't deal with it, and so maybe she realized how much it scared her to possibly lose Jules, and she didn't want to do that to Jules. Because yeah, it's really hard to. And like, maybe she also had a revelation after Fez turned her away. I'm sure we'll learn more after. We'll probably get to see Ali. Ali's conversation with her next episode. But yeah, it's also possible she just wants to be a better person because she wants to be with Jules. Though I don't know. I don't know if she at this moment she's probably feeling like she possibly ruined her friendship, and I feel like we're gonna get a relationship with Jules and Rue, right? Like, that feels. I mean, it'll probably take Nate and Jules bumping heads for Jules to come. I don't know. It's gonna be bad. There's so many things going on in this series at once, and it's honestly really stressful. But yeah, this was definitely my favorite episode so far. So much stuff happening, and the acting at the end was great. But yeah, if you want to watch the full reaction, you can check out Patreon in the link in the description below. Be sure to like. That really helps out this channel, and I will see you guys next time.